just hits you. Life is fatal. Now what? You've always known it intellectually. Sure, everyone dies, but for some reason, be it illness, loss of a loved one, or a fatal diagnosis, financial loss, addiction, rejection, humiliation, or depression, the reality of death has suddenly moved from your head to your core. What was always known in the mind has now become real as it moves to the heart. Such a shift demonstrates how our reliance on intellectual knowledge can blind us from the greatest of truths. No science theory, medical discovery, youth elixir, or cruise ship of delights can change it. Well, life is fatal and you're going to die. So now what? Well, first of all, squelch any ideas of doing something drastic. Brew a cup of something and open your heart for a moment. Though you might be experiencing the weight of this sudden awareness, in reality, nothing has really changed. Absolutely nothing, except that you have suddenly become supernaturally courageous enough to take on the inevitable. Interestingly, you actually have nothing to lose and everything to gain, including your very life. So take a deep breath and, for a moment, focus on something beautiful around you, something naturally beautiful in its simplicity. Like, can you see a flower, a bird, or a cloud out your window? Notice that within each thing's perfect simplicity, and in spite of its brief existence, there's purpose. Like a greeting card from above, such simple things can literally cheer our hearts during our brief but stormy stay on Earth. But as important as birds are, how much more important are you? Jesus said, quote, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? And not one of them will fall to the ground without your Father's will. But even the hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not, therefore, you are of more value than many sparrows." Matthew 10:29 through 31. He also said, quote, "Which of you, by being anxious, can add 1 cubit to his span of life?" Matthew 6:27. Have you made yourself a cup of something and settled in? You see, progress right there. If your religion, like atheism, agnosticism, secularism, hedonism, or a non-religion, as an N-O-N-E, doesn't include God, it's time to think about him. Perhaps you're thinking, easy for you to say, but I'm not gullible enough to believe in something I can't see. Well, that may be a stumbling block for you, but it's not for God. Besides, you already believe in a gazillion things you've never seen, so that's not really the reason now, is it? So why is it so important to include God in our plans, and why should we want to? Well, if I may be brutally honest, the nothingness you're expecting on the other side couldn't be further from what you'll actually experience sometime between now and the next so many years. Logic alone might not bring you to faith, though it certainly can point the way. Once supernatural faith is granted, you'll discover it's way more logical than non-belief. As I'm a skeptic by nature, I'd be the last person to be doing these videos if I didn't know this as fact. But my experience is another story. As talent and intelligence, even birth itself is a gift, so is faith. But you have to ask for it and then cooperate with it in much the same way a person with musical talent might play an instrument in order to become a gifted musician. Now, if your religion is demonic, like you poor youngsters who've been Svengali'd into trading your souls for a lie, it's unlikely you'll be watching this, as the rules, yes, rules, that uphold your religion, yes, a religion, will force you away. Know it or not, your master's goal is to keep you sitting pretty with the lie until you die. The best I can do is pray, set a good example, and hope you'll come around, but the choice is yours. Not even family, friends, or God himself can choose for you. such as the nature of free will, although God will continue to reach out to you in hopes that you'll come around before your sad choices are sealed in eternity. So, if any of you Wiccans happen to be watching, please listen. God has sent you here so that what's left of your free will, that which isn't blinded, might escape the sorry inheritance you've been fooled into trading everything for. If your religion is Judaism, Islam, or something else, continue with the next video. And I'll see you there.